Alright, hello. It is me. Hi everyone, it's me back again with another video. It's late again. It's a little earlier than yesterday, but you know what? I'm gonna just this is the third week I've been doing this, and I've been kind of changing it as I go and trying to get it fixed up as I go to what I want it to be. So, it's a work in progress and all that. So, I think I'm going to turn this into Black Music Weekends instead of just Saturdays, because it's been difficult for me to do this on Saturdays. Every time that I try and film, I get a bunch of tasks that I need to do for my family, and then it gets hard for me to actually sit down and do this. And then by the time I'm able to do this, it's basically Sunday. So I'm just going to call this like Black Music Weekends, because I might be able to get it done. I would prefer to get it done on Saturday, but I know a lot of times it's going to have to be Sundays that I get it done. So, and post it and all of that. So here it is. Beyond that, last week I said that I would be doing one single and one album each week. So that's still the case. Although this week, I'm thinking I'm probably going to do two singles because I had one picked out, but then I heard a second one a few hours ago. And I was like, oh, I should, talk about this because I know people probably aren't going to be paying attention to this. And again, even though my platform is very small, it's better to, I guess, hope that 20 more people hear it versus no one, right? So every little bit helps, and I just want to, highlight some of these works and by Black artists, and really kind of, just help them get the support that they deserve, that they haven't been getting. Again, I'm still going to talk about why I started these Black Music Weekends. That video, because I will be, oh my gosh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Um, because, what was I saying? Oh, um, because this coming week, I don't have a lot of homework that I need to do. Um, so I can actually, get this video done. So expect that probably either Monday or Tuesday night. I will have that done and up, but it will be an explanation for why I decided to do these. So yeah, kind of all that out of the way. Is there anything else that I needed to say? Dancing with the Stars will be coming back in a couple of weeks, and that's really it. I might come up with some third video idea, but for now, we're just going to be working with these two things. I think that's what I can handle. So yeah, now let's get into these songs. So the first song I'm going to talk about is the song that I had originally chosen for this Black Music Weekends. And the single was John Legend featuring Blood Pop. And the song is called A Good Night. And so, I had heard a few things about this song, and I was like, oh, okay, John Legend's releasing a song. He just got done with Jesus Christ Superstar or whatever on Easter. So, he's he's having a pretty big year. Um, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll listen to this. So I listened to it and I actually really enjoyed it. You know, it was cute. It was something that was different for him. It was very poppy. It wasn't like what I'm used to hearing from him. And it wasn't like something that I'm dying to hear him, you know, perform and all that stuff. But I thought it was cute, you know. I would be interested to see the video when it comes out. Um, I from what I don't usually watch John Legend videos. Um, Maybe he'll, you know, do a little 8 count during this video. That would be nice to see from him for once, but maybe if he hasn't done that before. But um, you know, I just thought it was cute. It was good. It's a good song. It's not terrible. It's definitely not something that I'm checking for from him, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. Yeah. So the second song that I chose was, and this was one that kind of came out of nowhere. Um, it came out on a couple of days ago. It's by Ashanti. The song is called Say Less. Oh, wait, no, the song did not come out a couple of days ago. The video came out a couple of days ago. Um, the song Say Less is featuring Ty Dolla Sign, and it came out November 6th, 2017. I had not heard that this song had came out, right? Um, but I wanted to talk about it because I saw the video. That's what prompted me to um, talk about this song was the video. So as a lot of people know, Ashanti's kind of been in the rumor mill a lot more than she usually is for the past year. Um, and it's not been like for music or things. Uh, it's been because of, you know, silly things that you really shouldn't care too much about, right? Um, Includes her weight, the fact that she wore, which this is kind of trifling, but she wore a bikini, I think, and then tried to return it or something, and something along those lines, and the person wouldn't take it back, and um, there's been a couple other things that she's been, um, you know, that she's been in the media for. So I think this video for me, I really enjoyed it because she was kind of taking shots at the media. People like TMZ and Wendy Williams, Baller Alert, the Shade Room. Um, who else? Everyday Struggle. Oh, also her performances because Joe Budden, he's trash. Um, Said that I probably shouldn't say that because he's whatever, he won't notice. Um, but he was saying some stuff about her being like a stripper or something at her performance, which no. Um, but yeah, so everyday struggle, Joe Budden, all that stuff. So she was taking shots at these people, right? Because it's like, you know, stop spreading lies, stop spreading these rumors. If you're gonna talk about what's going on, tell the whole truth and all that stuff. And I really appreciated that. I like the song a lot. I think the song was very definitely an Ashanti type of song. Something that I definitely expect to hear from her, but it's nice to hear from her. I like Ty Dolla Sign on it. Ty Dolla Sign is somebody who always uh, does well on his features. I've never really gone out of my way to listen to a solo Ty Dolla Sign project or him as the lead artist. I should probably do that because he's not a bad singer. He's a good singer. His sound is interesting. Um, I would be interested to hear a full length project from him because I do think he's very talented. I think he's someone that is needed in the R&B world right now, R&B hip hop world, because he kind of straddles both. Um, yeah, I think he's somebody that's definitely necessary, and he's talented, and yeah. Um, I also liked the production of the song. DJ Mustard really uh, did well with this. There was a time, probably about 2015, mid 2015, probably the summer, that I was sick of hearing DJ Mustard songs because it felt like everything was the same. Um, and I'm glad that haven't heard much from him, because I think that helped, one, and two, I feel like he's kind of changed things up a little bit, because for me this sounded like old Ashanti, but like upgraded, like upgraded old Ashanti. It wasn't exactly like old Ashanti, but it was like a very classic Ashanti sound. Um, It's, yeah, I thought she looked great in the video. I thought the whole story plot of the video of her, I don't know if this is real or not. I don't think it is, but her pushing a fan into the pool because she didn't want to take a picture. Turns out that she actually was embracing the fan, quote unquote fan, and being very happy that the fan is, like that they're a fan and they support her and all that stuff. And then the girl, I guess, takes a step back and slips and falls into the pool. She tries to grab her, ends up pulling out a track, and then yeah, so they kind of twist the story and turn it into something that it wasn't. And so I really, really thought that was interesting, um, just to see it all play out and to see what she was going to do with this video. She looked great again. Her body looks great. A lot of the looks looked great. Um, there was an Instagram post, the Shade Room. Um, a few weeks ago, the Shade Room had compared the dress that Kylie Jenner wore to the Met Gala last year, and a dress that Ashanti wore in for this video. I didn't know it was for this video, and I don't think anybody did except for her team and all that stuff. Um, but it was very. She looked great. The dress itself, when you kind of um, um, what's it called? Zoom into it. The dress itself isn't the best, um, but I think the way that um, the way that it um, falls on her body is really, it makes the dress look a lot better. I think like that dress was, I mean, I'm sure it was custom made and all that stuff, but it really like works for her body. Um, yeah, that's it. I really hope this album that she's working on is good. I will be listening to it when it comes out, whenever it comes out. I know she's working on one, and I know it's supposed to come out soon. I'm excited for it. Yeah, I want to hear this new Ashanti project. I'm an Ashanti fan, so um, I'll be waiting for that. Now let's get into the album. So the album that I'm talking about this week is, as I said last week, Invasion of Privacy, Cardi B, her debut album. Now, if you know anything about Cardi B, this isn't her first project that she's put out. She's put out 2 mixtapes, um, both of which I enjoyed a lot. I listened to those all the time. Last year, I was always listening to those. One of my favorite songs by her, Lick, is on those mixtapes. And even like other stuff that she's done that aren't on her mixtapes, her features that she was on in like 2016, 2017, all that stuff, I really enjoyed. I enjoyed her, I've enjoyed her music since she started like putting stuff out. So I think I'll start off by saying Invasion of Privacy felt like a more mainstream version of her mixtapes, which I appreciate because I love her mixtapes, as I said. So it didn't feel like a kind of like she went totally pop, you know. It felt like it was Cardi B, I guess, in a more mainstream, presentable, cleaned up way. Because her on those mixtapes, you can't like market out to the masses, especially if you want her to be like this rap superstar that they really want her to be. And I think she's probably, I think she's solidified her place, but I'm going to get into that a little later. Um, you know, with these mixtapes. I think the mixtapes, she'll probably still do them every once in a while, and they'll be for her like her hardcore fans and the fans that really like, you know, love Cardi B and love the grittiness and the raw, um, and just the unfiltered version of Cardi B. Um, so I think she'll still do those, but I think this mainstream version is, she doesn't lose herself. In my opinion, she doesn't lose herself. It still feels like Cardi B. It just feels slightly cleaned up, which makes sense with the record label and all that stuff, her management. Um, Now, moving on, um, I'll, before I talk about like the sound of the album, I want to talk about kind of my feelings before it came out. So, in my video last week, I said I was a little worried for the album because Be Careful, when Be Careful came out, a lot of people did not like it. Um, for me, I didn't dislike it. It was different and it was something that I felt like I needed to get used to, because it was very different from anything that I've heard from her before. So it was like, okay, I need to get used to this. Like, you know, it's not like just looking at it and listening to it, it's not terrible. It's just different. So, but a lot of people really hated it. So, I was like, I hope that the album isn't exactly like this song because it might not do well. Um, Now I'm gonna say that "Be Careful" has grown on me a lot. Still not my favorite album song on the album. It's still my least favorite song on the album. But I think that it was. I understood what she was going for and why she did it. Um, I think her management realized that that might not have been a good move or something because randomly out of nowhere they very quickly dropped "Drip" with featuring Migos. I feel like that was going to be a single anyway, but I feel like they kind of sped up the process because maybe they weren't expecting for the "Be Careful" response. Um, so I think they kind of expedited the whole thing, the whole, I guess, putting that out as the next single is what I'm trying to say. Um, and I heard that, and it kind of made me think to myself, I really hope that this album isn't a Cardi B Migos album. As y'all know, she's engaged to Offset. She just announced her pregnancy with on SNL tonight. If you haven't watched SNL and you haven't seen the news and all that stuff, and you're not up on the times, then I'm sorry. Spoiler alert: Cardi B is pregnant. Um, she's pregnant with his baby, Offset's baby, and yeah, so you know, she spends a lot of time with Migos, and she's also under their management and all that stuff. So I was a little bit worried um, that everything was going to sound like a Migos song, which is what Drip is a Migos song essentially. But I was very, very surprised in the fact that it was not a Migos sounding album. Migos was only one feature. She did have features from several people. We'd already heard two of them. So Drip, which was with Migos, and then we'd heard Bartier Cardi with 21 Savage. Then you have SZA, who's on I Do. You have YG, who's on She Bad. You have Chance the Rapper, who's on Best Life. You have J Balvin and Bad Bunny, who are on I Like It. And then you have, there's one other. Oh, you have Kalani, who's on Ring. And yeah, so those are your features. Um, so for me, in my opinion, the features were very well placed. Um, I think they supplemented the songs very well and they complemented Cardi very well. I don't really think they overshadowed her or they were overshadowing to the point that she disappeared. There were times that I felt like maybe like on She Bad is probably the biggest instance of this where YG kind of almost could overshadow Cardi. Um, but I think she does a good job of making sure that he doesn't. Um, what else did I want to say? The production was really good. I like that it wasn't just like one sound. It was very much, you could tell that they were experimenting with different sounds while still staying true to Cardi. The biggest difference in like just the overall sound of the album is Be Careful. Everything else still like feels like a Cardi B song, but they're also different enough from each other that it's like you get variety. Um, so I like the intro. The intro to the album, Get Up 10, is very good. Um, it's really, really good to just kind of listen to her rap in a more serious way. And, it's more kind of like her life getting up to this point. And I really appreciated hearing that. I really enjoyed it. I like it a lot. Um, then you get into Drip Drip, and then you get into my personal favorite song on the album is Bickenhead. I love it. Um, I, I just I love the song so much. It's so fun. I know it goes off in the club. Um, it's really just like I just can't not move when I hear it. Like I just gotta like dance. Um, I really, 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 really love that song. Um, Bodak Yellow, of course, is going to be on there. Um, and then you have Bodak Yellow goes into Be Careful. I think the where they put Be Careful works very well because it could be it works well because it could be it makes Be Careful more palatable. Um, because it's kind of sandwiched in between two pretty like Bodak Yellow and then her feature with Chance. Um, so it makes it so that it works. It's still for me the weakest song on the album though. But I have learned to like it a lot more than I did when I first heard it. Up next, Best Life, Chance the Rapper. I love that song. It's one of my top five. My second favorite song is I Like It, and that is like, um, I feel like that's Cardi's lane. It's more, it samples the I Like It Like That song. Who sings that? I don't know who sings that, but you've all heard the song. Hold on, let me hear it. Look for it. But it's that one song that it's a who sings it? Pete Rodriguez. Um, is that it? Let me listen. As I'm trying to figure it out, um, yes, that's the Pete Rodriguez song. Yeah. So she sampled that song. I love it. I love when she goes into the more Latin music. I love when she does that. That's really something that I hope she never gets away from. I love when she does it. It's so much fun. She's really like in her pocket, in her lane when she does that stuff. Um, I want her to keep doing that. I loved it. Another song that um, I just have to dance to, you know. So then up next was Ring with Kalani, then Money Bag, which is like a Bodak Yellow 2.0, but it's better. Bartier Cardi, She Bad, third favorite song. I love this song. Again, goes off in the club. Just YG does his thing. Cardi is right there with him. Loved it. Through Your Phone is next, which is another one that's kind of more lyrical, and you listen to it. She's like telling the story of basically Offset cheating, um, and yeah, it makes me feel sad. But I also like to hear when she does stuff like that. And finally, at the end, I Do with SZA. I don't really care for SZA, but I liked this feature with her. I think it was just enough SZA that it made sense, and I could appreciate her vibe that she gives to the song, but she didn't overdo it. So yeah, Invasion of Privacy, I thought was a very, very solid debut album. I would give it, I would probably give it an 8 out of 10 stars. Um, I really enjoyed it. It's something that I'm probably going to listen to for the rest of the year. Might be one of my top albums of the year when everything is said and done. I'm not sure, but I really enjoyed it. I'm glad that Cardi B had this moment. It's already been certified gold with the help of Bodak Yellow streams. Um, and she just performed an SNL. It sounds like it went over well. Honestly, I feel like Cardi B has solidified her place in the music industry as a force, as somebody to really look out for and listen to, and you know, somebody who as long as she wants to do it, somebody that people are gonna continue to buy music from. Um, it was challenging, but I feel like uh, her label did at least the last month. I feel like her label has done a pretty good job with trying to make her like just solidify her place. They saw that she was a star. Um, Cardi didn't let up. Um, and even with the pregnancy, I'm not saying like pregnancy is a bad thing, but you know, uh, it can provide a huge obstacle, especially for a star who is trying to solidify their place. And then having something as big as a pregnancy come out, and then during a time when you're supposed to be doing all this press and stuff, and big things are happening like summer concerts and all these things, and you're not going to be able to do all these when you go into labor, and then when you have your baby and all that stuff, you know, you there's some time that you got to take off, you know. Um, yeah, so I think that her label handled everything well, and I think that they were smart in the way that they did it. And Cardi B is now Cardi B and is here to stay. And I am happy about that. I am very happy about that. I've been wanting this for her since I heard her first mixtape. So, or her first song, because I heard a song with some other dude, I forget his name. And I was like, she's got something. I'm very happy that something was recognized by a lot of other people within the industry and within just um, the country itself. And I'm glad that, yeah, she's here to stay. So that is my review for Black Music's Weekend. Um, Let me know anything that you might want to hear from me review next week, and I will see you all Monday or Tuesday. Bye.